The General Overseer of the International Central Gospel Church, Pastor Mensa Otabil, has joined health experts to urge the public to take safety precautionary measures against COVID-19 more seriously. Delivering his online service or sermon on Sunday, Pastor Otabil announced that the ICGC will not open its auditoriums despite the easing of restrictions, allowing some 100 people to congregate at a time to worship. According to him, the country still faces a high risk with the pandemic, adding it is important to keep citizens safe.
When restrictions on church gatherings were relaxed in this country, we elected as a church not to have in-person church services. We've had online services since then, and we indicated at that time as a church that we would use the month of June to assess conditions and to prepare. And one of the most important indicators we said we would use to determine when to have in services was the end of the coronavirus infections in our country. And since then, we've been monitoring as we prepare, monitoring to determine the right time to have in-person church services. On the 6th of June, just about a month ago, this was the situation in Ghana. We had 9,462 total cases. Deaths, unfortunately, stood at 41, and new infections were around 294. That is just a month ago. Today, this is the situation. We have 19,388 confirmed cases, 117 unfortunate deaths, and daily infections have been in the highs, up to 1,254 on the 3rd of June. So the picture we get is that total cases have doubled in 1 month, deaths have tripled in 1 month, and daily cases have more than quadrupled. With these numbers and the trend that this virus is showing, we think that we cannot resume in-person services and will continue to have online services, and we understand the burden it places on all of us. We understand the stress it places on all of us, but we think that the risk factors do not encourage us to have in-person services. With the best of protocols, we still face a very high risk, and I just want to encourage everybody. What we are dealing with is not a joke, and we have to be very serious about how we manage this, and we have to make some very tough choices, both as individuals and as a nation. It's going to be tough, it's going to be wearisome, it makes life uncertain, and all of us want predictability. Everybody wants certainty. I want it. And sometimes we think that wishing away something will take it away. We can't wish away a reality. The reality is there is a virus out there. It's dangerous, and it's doing a lot of havoc. And we must not wait to find out the havoc before we act. We must act so the havoc doesn't happen. And I trust that each one of us, all of us, will just make choices that will help us to protect our lives. Because this is a season we are in. It's not a permanent phase of our lives. Even if it lasts for 1 year, it's not permanent. It's going to pass. And we just have to make sure that if we're going to sacrifice 1 year of our lives just to protect all our lives, then let's sacrifice 1 year. But